Hello and welcome to episode 83 of Let's Play Civilization 3 Play the World. As you remember from our last video, we have conquered one of the Celt's key cities, one of the ones immediately adjacent to their capital, which is a major blow to them and brings us one step closer to complete domination. Alrighty. Now that that's done, we're going to think what we want to do. I'm going to move more tanks in because it's a very large city, and there is going to need a lot of forces to quell the resistance. Also, the cavalry I sent to Olsen on my last turn have just arrived. So I'm going to fortify them, send one tank back there, send the other two to Veruanium, I guess, so they can fortify that city and protect it. Alright, I still want this guy to wait. There will be a time for you, Mr. Settler. There will be. But not right now. Alright, gonna send another cavalry up there. And why not send more tanks there? You can never have too many tanks guarding your enemy city. Alright, so we're going to do that, and possibly after they've quelled enough resistance, we will send troops on another mission, another invasion, because you know we love invading. Alright, now no need for those bombers to really be there anymore, because the city they've been bombing all this time is now captured. So I'm going to put him there. Alright. We lost a supply of spices. Oh no. Turns out it was a trade we made with the Arabs 20 turns ago. Probably in video 63, at the rate we've been going. But the thing is, I could give them uranium or other resources, but I really don't feel like it. And they're not going to give me space flight for anything. So I figure, you know what, I'm just going to deal without this source of spices for a while. No big deal, I say. Although, I decided to trade world maps. You remember why I don't want to mess around with my uranium, do you? You remember what happened with the coal back, 40 videos ago now? I had two sources of coal, traded one to the Arabs, the other one got lost, so we had no coal for a while. Well, here come those Germans. I always knew they'd have an awakening, and awake they have. And when you look at that, they even captured the capital of Seoul. The Chinese are nice enough to get rid of that guy for me. For that I thank them. Yes, the Chinese know that their only purpose in this war is to help soften up enemies and get rid of miscellaneous troops. Not to gain any actual territory, mind you. They're only here to help us. That's right. Okay. We have quelled 8 resistors. Excellent. And as you can see, there's suddenly a lot of starvation because less people are happy. Which means I'm going to have to raise the entertainment budget once again to 40%, which is quite ridiculously high. You know, I almost never raise it above 10%, even in wartime, 20 at the most. But this war is going on for so long that 40% is the only possible way to keep them happy. Ugh. Well, there we go. Alright, well, let's start his first of many, what will probably be many bombing raids on that city. Alright. I don't really have anything for you to do, so I'm just going to have you wait. And these bombers, I'm just going to have move them on. But wait a minute. You know what? I could probably send most of these troops to my next target. What is my next target, you might ask? Well, you will very shortly see. That's right. Alright, come on, tanks. All of you are going to be sent up to attack Lugdum, which I believe is the largest city we will have ever invaded. Now, I think I have somewhere around 10 tanks still in Gregorvia, or whatever it's called, which I'm almost confident is adequate enough to defend this city. Well, not defend it, but keep it from rebelling and culture flipping. They have more tanks. I can't really get them to the point where my invading tanks are, so I can at least send them to Gregorvia. Alright, I really wish I knew where these cities were in real life. Well, the 5 traditional Celtic kingdoms were, I believe, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Cornwall, and Brittany, which is part of France. So it's probably in one of those. But anyway, since this is going to turn out to be a shorter episode than usual, and I don't want to break my rhythm of one turn per video, I thought I'd show you some statistics. You see how we're really pushing ahead there. Look at that. We're really pushing ahead against them, and we're in the lead with the Germans behind us. Now that's very important when it comes to the United Nations, because it involves the first and second highest ranking of the civilizations. And also, we're still the biggest, although none of our cities are the most cultured. The Celts still have that honor, but not for long. Alright. So, we got that squared away, and we pretty much know what's going on. So, I'm going to move this bomber over to there so that he can be a part of the attack next time, and move him too. And that brings us to the end of this 83rd episode. Once again, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing you all in episode 84. So long.